Well, ahoy there. Now, old Captain Carver couldn't help but see that ye be sharing stories amongst each other, eh? Well, then I hope you don't mind indulging an old sea dog on his favorite tale. And it'd be a good one, too. 'Tis a story of adventure, excitement, and one of great mystery. Tell me, have you ever been to the Wandering Isles?
2 cans of beer a day, and that's your bleeding lot. And now we've got an extra one because they stopped the tot. So we'll put on our civvy clothes, find a pub ashore. A sailor's just a sailor, just like he was before. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on the shore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Hey!
You're awake. Above, seagulls pass overhead, sailing through a blue sky, unmarred by clouds. The sun shining. Its rays grant you a sense of warmth and comfort, almost as if it were saying that you belong here. And then there's the sand, all around your head, your hands, and your feet. You feel soft, white sand. Looking around, you see that you're on a beach. The gentle song of the ocean sloshing against the shoreline fills your ears. Opposite the crashing waves, a dense jungle stands. Its canopy is so thick it bathes its floor in certain darkness. Insects, frogs, and unseen animals cry out from within. That's when it hits you. You don't remember how you got here. You don't even know where here is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find out who wakes up first, based on the numbers I have assigned you. Captain Amelia, the sunlight hits your face, and you wake up realizing all of these things. The last thing that you remember was a wave crashing towards Paradiso. You look around, and the only other people who are here with you are 4 individuals that you're aware of, and one you only just recently met. They all seem to be still slowly waking up. You do find that one of your crew is almost passed out.
As I wake, looking around. Kuerdo, you alive?
5 more minutes.
I start searching for stones around me.
You do see that washing up onto part of the shore, there are some smooth, rounded rocks.
I'm gonna throw one at Kuerdo while shouting, "Up and at him!"
Kuerdo just knocks you right in the head.
Yes, I hear her, I go, what? And then, oh, okay, I'm up.
Good. What do you remember?
I remember that people were loving my performance at the tavern. And one of the gals behind the counter was really into me. And now I may never know what was going to happen.
I think that might have been one of your dreams again.
Is this not a dream?
No, this isn't a dream.
So what do we
Right.
do now?
Let's wake everyone up, okay?
I'll
Let's
take the ladies.
figure this out.
You do see,
Always
not too
do.
far from you, Kuerdo, to your right, just a bit ways down, is that mysterious woman that you and Captain Amelia spoke to at the tavern. Mirage, you hear the waves crashing onto the shore, and you start to wake up as the light hits your eyes. And above you, you see the last two faces that you saw at the tavern.
Mirage is going to try to quickly get up and take like a few steps back away from them and just kind of glare them both down and say, does this always happen when you offer a drink to a lass?
No! This is
Well-
a first on me. I can't speak for him.
I think that's a story for later.
Can I roll insight to see if I believe them?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna roll. Oh, wait, where is it? There it is. I
With a
don't
nat
believe
1,
them.
as far as you can tell, they're pretty on the up and up. I mean, with a face like that, who else could you believe?
Of course you would say that. And just still keeps her distance and is gonna start looking around and see maybe if there's like a way to get off or get further away. Like start like slowly walking away, but maybe keep her eyes on them as she's just looking
As
around.
you're looking around, you do see, covered in seaweed, is another male pirate, and with not too far away, with two broken braces on her wrists, is another woman that was accompanying him when you saw them at the tavern. Marlowe. Nymphadora, you both hear the chattering going on, and the voices that you're familiar with are the ones that wake you up in this moment.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna like kind of groggily wake up and just be like, look around and be like, "Ah, shite, not again." I'll look over at Nymphadora and be like, "Ah, shite, not again." and then look over at Amelia and be like, "Amelia,
Yes, Marlowe.
again?" Like, just shrugging.
What do you mean again?
I could
Marlowe?
have. I feel like we've done this before. Have we not?
Woken up on a beach together?
I feel like this is something we've done. No, it's not.
Me and you have done this before, Marlowe. The rest of us
Veritable
haven't.
maybes?
Was it with you? I feel like I've done. This seems like a lot of deja vu. Like, but the island does not look familiar to me.
There's a fun fact that I did wake up once at a beach with someone called Deja Vu, so perhaps that's what's it.
Mirage is taking in this conversation and taking steps back as this is happening to try and slip away from the group.
As you do, you step on, you feel like this shell underneath your foot, and burrowed underneath the sand, you do hear a muffled, "Hey!"
What the?
And out from beneath the sand, this red crab just kind of scuttles its way out of the sand and just looks at you. And surprisingly, you hear it in common say, "Watch where you're going, will ya?"
Do I hear that?
Yeah.
Do we all hear that?
Are we close enough
Or is it
Yeah.
just Mirage?
Right now, it's just Mirage.
Okay.
as you're all kind of squabbling.
All right.
Pointing fingers.
Note, make sure not to step on any creatures that can talk. And she's still gonna. Is there any chance that Mirage can look to see where the crab went? Just to see, just for fun.
Sure, if you want to follow it, we'll get back to that in a moment. Nymphadora, if you wouldn't mind, what is it that you'd like to do in this moment, actually, as you see everyone kind of trying to get their wits about them?
I'll probably just go over to the captains and try and annoy them in some way. Possibly.
Do
So
tell.
I think I'm going to go up to Marlowe and I'm just going to just run my hands over his shoulders and just whisper in his ear. We've done this before, Marlowe. Many a time. Can you remember?
I kind of glance up at the sky, like trying to remember such a time, and I just go, I remember one of them. I don't remember that fondly, to be honest with you. So, and I'll just kind of like delicately take her hands and be like, so if you don't so kindly, not.
Well, whilst you've got hold of my hands, can you, seeing as these are broken, can you undo me? Because they're a bit irritating.
I hold up another pair of handcuffs. I could put you in one. You think I don't carry two around there, Nymphadora, but for now, since it seems like you may be more useful to us unbound, I can take off the pair. But just to remind you, I do have a second pair, so you be careful now.
That's all right. You can wear them later, Marlowe. Just take these off me for now.
I glare at you as I just undo bonds.
The tension
I
between
just-
you two is lovely.
I just glare at you back. whilst
The
just
funny thing
pulling a
is,
little bit of
Marlowe, you
seaweed off
see
them.
that after you've undone them, you realize that both of them were broken in half anyway, so you just kind of loosened her wrists.
Yeah, like, you're welcome, I guess, but
So
as I can see,
as you're all trying to kind of get your bearings, I would like everybody to give me a perception check.
Is this including me, or because I'm not there?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
Ooh. Perception, you say?
Yes, please.
Oh, so that's a natural 17 plus 2, so that's 19.
it's a nat 20. Nat 20 right off the bat, baby.
First nat 20 of the game.
Nice.
And that's a 1.
I got a 12 plus 5 for a 17.
Nice.
So for those of you who did pretty well above 13 and up, you have never seen this particular island before, and you've all been from shore to shore across the Wandering Isles, for the most part. This one just has a very dangerous unfamiliarity about it. Especially the fact that there is this extra vibrancy coming from within the jungle behind you. And out onto the sea, the horizon just goes on.
Right. I do believe we need to get our bearings round, yeah?
I believe that should be the first and foremost thing we'd be doing, I agree.
Kuerdo at some point just shouts, and he's like, "Oh, by the gods! Where is my hat? Where is my hat?" He just basically starts going back and forth from one side to the other, looking around and digging through the sand.
Could
trying
I
to
roll
find-
perception to see if the hat went further away, just to see, since I'm further away
Absolutely.
from the group?
Absolutely.
Alright, hold on. Ooh, 17 plus 2 is, that's perception, so 19 again.
As you're looking around, and you see he's digging, just like looking all over for it, there is a small monkey. Not too far from where the entrance of the jungle is, that is just kind of looking at it curiously. A little nibble on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, what does she want to? Does she? Okay. So, Okay. So, let's see. 120 feet. Okay. So she's gonna cast a message to Kuerdo, and so Kuerdo, you're gonna hear it in your ear, even though I'm further away. You might want to look at that little furry creature. It might have something you're looking for.
I look down at myself and I go, not that little. Not that furry.
Oh, I sent it to Kuerdo, and only Kuerdo can hear it.
This is true.
It's only Kuerdo that hears this.
Unless you're telepathic all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm not. Did not understand that you said it telepathically. Didn't know you had that ability either.
Yeah, no, I do. But yeah, I have a message, and I sent it to Corina that you might want to look at that little furry creature at the edge of the over there. Might have what you're looking for, but still keeps her distance because she obviously does not trust these people. But
Kuerdo is basically digging and digging. Suddenly she hears a voice, turns around, looks at the monkey. The monkey looks at him, and he just goes, "That's my heart!" and rushes for the monkey, just like, "Give me back my heart!"
Does Kuerdo want to reply to the voice?
You see this small little monkey just take the hat and go ah! and scream as it starts running away with the hat in hand, just running.
Now, do the rest of us see this?
Oh, absolutely. You hear a screaming animal, and then you also see the monkey with the hat running, being chased.
I would like to try and startle the monkey.
Sure.
As me and Marlowe are having this conversation, we need to get our bearings. I notice this happening, and you start to notice a purple energy building up towards the palm of the hand. As just from the corner of our eye, not actually looking, casts Eldritch Blast to hit just in front of the monkey. Enough lead on it to hit in front to startle the monkey into dropping the hat.
And as the energy just escapes your hand, the small little monkey drops the hat and just goes, "I will give the hat back, I'm sorry," and runs away.
Do we all hear that?
All hear that.
All right,
Okay.
so the monkey speaks too.
No, I've never been on an island where.
However,
What?
only Amelia hears this.
This. Well done. Keep it up. I love when you show favor with your powers.
Oh boy.
But the rest of you just see the ape drop the hat, run into the jungle.
I'm like looking at like Amelia, and I'm like, I'm not crazy. Did the monkey just talk? I'm sure I didn't have that much rum this morning.
I heard it as well.
All right, cool. Then we're all hallucinating.
Everyone heard it. This includes me as well, right?
Yep, everyone heard it.
It's an interesting island.
Kuerdo is basically slows down the run as he hears the monkey sees the thing, approaches the hat, grabs the hat, looks at everybody, looks back the direction the monkey left, and then he tells everyone, he actually had a nice voice, didn't he?
He did. He did indeed.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I was less worried about the voice being pleasant, more worried about the voice that we heard.
Marlowe,
Right.
have you met Kuerdo before?
Normally about the pleasure. Oh, hi. If I may say, mate.
He'd be the ship's bard.
I have one of those.
Just
You know
in this
what?
moment, just in this moment, Kuerdo just has a moment, it dawns on him, he goes, everyone, the monkey spoke.
Mirage just rolls her eyes.
And I go up to Kuerdo and I go, I heard it too, man. Do you think we're both crazy?
I already knew that part, but a monk?
As Mirage is watching this group, can she do like a group insight? Because she sees the bond that like everyone has, but she just really now wants to get to like how useful or how unuseful is this group gonna be for her?
Absolutely.
All right, and what would that be? Investigation, perception again?
Yeah, just perception. Or insight, yeah.
Insight? Okay. Ooh, 18, so plus 2 is a dirty 20.
Yeah, it's there's definitely a camaraderie and a familiarity with each other. It doesn't seem that there's any hostility amongst them. They're all just kind of in the same boat, as it were, or not. But yes. Nymphadora, though.
Yeah.
I would like you to give me an Arcana check.
15.
What you saw Captain Amelia just do is not unfamiliar, but it's certainly surprising.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, Mirage saw this too. I think Mirage would kind of feel like she doesn't trust them, but she definitely is kind of like, okay, so this group, they have something, but I don't know what, and why does this happen to me? And just kind of frustrated at that point because she's so far away from the group and just trying to analyze everything. Just what does she do?
Oh, captains, my captains, if you may, and then Kuerdo, I'll get to you. If the two captains could do a survival check for me. And Kuerdo, what is it you'd like to do?
I notice.
I got a 13.
That is a plus 2 for a total of 6.
Yeah, and it's just mine's just a straight 13.
I notice Mirage's reluctance, and I want to try to appease her by trying to approach her and tell her, lass, worry not. With these captains here and myself present, I can assure you we're going to be just fine, just because I got my hat.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I go, I appreciate it. That is all. Turn back to Amelia and be like, our bearings. I feel like that's the most important thing we be needing to do.
Yes.
I think Mirage.
Fresh water. Fresh water.
Mirage will look at Kuerdo, and she'll kind of still keep her distance, but kind of be like, well, I can assure you, this is quite the first time that I've accepted some kind of invitation and ended up in the middle of shite nowhere. So, please forgive me if I seem to be a little unsure as to whether things will be just fine. And she will keep her distance and kind of like still look around to see what she can glean of the island and how to, survive, basically.
I look toward her direction and I go, enjoy. I have no interest in Mirage at this moment in time because another mouth to feed doesn't sound good to me. So, and I know for a fact that Amelia and Nymphadora are going to be the main people I can count on. So,
Hey!
nothing against you, Kuerdo, I just don't know you.
I look at you and tell you that you should.
And if you're good with Amelia, then it's like, I'm okay, but anyway, please
Good
continue.
by association.
Nymphadora, please, I do apologize to interrupt you.
Maybe this strange lady might be of use to us. We don't know what she can do yet. So you should welcome her in instead of just saying good luck. Maybe you should introduce yourself.
I look toward Nymphadora and go, if she was interested in knowing to know us, then I believe she would have made her inquiries this direction versus away.
You're a little bit intimidating, aren't you, Marlowe? So maybe you just need to approach her a little bit and I don't know. Give her some rum that you've got in your back pocket somewhere. I don't know.
I don't have rum in my back pocket. I have it in my boot. Like, I pull up my boot and I just like grab like this like awkwardly enormous bottle of rum and I go, "No, I don't believe that's where you were." I guess I'm like, oh jeez, I brought the pocket one. That's fine.
So with your 15, you're able to kind of spot the trail that a few more animals seem to have left from coming to shore and then heading towards deeper into the jungle. Do you have a sense of there is some sort of common path that the animals seem to be taking?
Is this everyone, or is this... No, this is just Marlowe. Never mind.
This was just Marlowe's sense of direction, chiming in towards some sense of somewhere else that may be civilized.
I go ahead and make my what I know now to Amelia. Yeah, I believe that is the entrance to the forest. Now, I'm not sure if that is our best, I guess, direction that we should take. Because I'm more keen to the sea, as I'm sure you be. But if we want to explore such a direction, I believe there is a place to start.
Well, it's well spotted. How about we take a group consensus, put it to the vote.
Alright, that sounds like a plan to me.
In good pirate tradition,
Alright.
put it to a vote. You spotted it, you tell everyone.
Alright. For those who be willing to hear, as I casually glance over at Mirage, and then glance back.
Yeah, she's still keeping her eye on everybody. She's far away, but she's still keeping her eye.
So I go ahead and I go, for those who be interested, I did find an entrance to this jungle foresty area, and, well, mates, it may be our best bet to see what be laying on this here godforsaken island. Those who are in favor of trudging through such a mysterious path, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, but only if we can make friends with that monkey.
I kind of like glance toward Nymphadora, like slowly just, and I go, I don't believe the monkey is on top of my priority list. But if it does happen to cross paths, that's on you, mate.
You might know stuff.
Alright, well, I glance back at Mirage, and then glance back at everybody else.
Mirage!
If we're all in favor, then I guess we should thus go toward the opening.
I mean, I was gonna say something, but I guess you cut me off, so...
Sorry.
No. It actually works with Marlowe's character, maybe to just, like, cut her off and just kind of, like, be like, if we're up, we better be off, and no, it's fine. I have something else.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, I did not. I more or less glanced and wasn't, like, looking for an answer as much as, like, if you want to come, you're welcome to make your...
Call?
Make your call to come out and help and walk with us.
Yeah, no, that works fine. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll do what I was gonna do.
All right, Amelia, I believe you and I should, as the ranking members of this group, think we should both take the lead. Maybe switch off every now and then.
Aye.
You know what? That's a good idea. Let's get a marching order going, as you expect.
I guess I can take lead right now. Looking at my fact I am a tank, this may be the best idea.
I don't mind going next in the marching order. I have the range.
Okay.
If anything approaches.
So who will be taking up the rear?
Mirage will, when she sees everybody leave, she will slowly follow behind because I'm guessing at this point she has come to the conclusion that she has no other leads of where she can go. And she does know from experience sometimes it's better to travel in groups, but she obviously is still hesitant, so she will take up the rear. So Mirage will take up the rear, but she's like silently following along, but she's keeping her eye on everybody. I think especially Kuerdo, because of he was trying to appease her, and it's just like, there's something about you that I can't, actually no, I can put my finger on, but I'm not going to mention it right now.
It's the charm.
That's what you think.
Would you mind rolling a d20 for me?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
That was nearly a 2 and then...
I saw that. I was
I
like, you better not. D20, you better stop.
Alright, 18. Let's just check something. Okay, so your first hour traversing through the jungle. Lots of sights, flora, fauna, beautiful flowers, a few large Venus flytraps. Nothing too dangerous, but enough to grab some bugs out of the air. The vines are intertwining around the trunks of trees, and you get still that vibrancy feel as you're walking through. If you could give me a perception check.
Yep. That's a 9 plus my perception modifier, which is 3, so 12.
As you're going through dense jungle, you pass by some large mushrooms that are growing out of the side of a tree. And on them are these 2 pretty large snails. And as you're going past, you have to do a bit of a double take. When you hear...
I mean, I like this mushroom, so I don't think it's too much of a problem to stay here.
And another one that it's speaking to.
Wait, I'm sorry, buddy. I can't hear it.
Can't hear that voice.
Can't hear that voice, yeah.
What about now?
It's not picking it up.
No, it's
Not
not
picking
picking
up.
it up.
I want you can change your. It's probably in the settings.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
it's
the
in
problem.
settings. Yeah. Try
There we
it now.
go.
1 second. Do you just hear my normal voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What about now?
Perfect.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
So, what you hear
This mushroom seems different than usual. Is that a thing?
Oh, jeez, it cut out again.
Yeah, cut out again.
Oh my
I don't know why
goodness.
it's cutting out.
You know what? Forget it. I'll just do my
And
own
it's
cartoon
high
voice.
pitch.
Do your own
It's- yeah,
cartoon voice.
you're good.
Yeah.
So, what you hear, and the first time you're hearing it,
All good.
So, are you just saying that there is, too many mushrooms? Or do you think that this, maybe we should just move here, because I like the place that's south of this spot?
and the other snail,
You know, you speak too fast for my tastes. I've been trying to tell you that for a long time.
now I'd like you to roll a wisdom check. Not a saving
Oh,
throw,
boy.
just a wisdom check for your own sanity.
G. Whitaker is so glad I took a lot in wisdom. At 12, a straight 12.
You know what you heard.
That's good. I'm glad I knew what I heard.
Who's close behind you?
Amelia's close behind me.
Amelia's behind.
Amelia, the snails were not trying to hide their conversation.
I kind of slowly just like turn around toward Amelia and I go, no. Maybe monkeys might have been understandable. However, snails confuse me. Why are we hearing these sounds, Amelia?
Does everything have to talk on this island?
Does Mirage hear the conversation between the captains?
Actually, at the tail end, you hear a couple of birds passing by that are, like, younger, it seems. Some beautiful toucans. And it looks like they're young, but it definitely sounds like they're young from the context of, hey, keep up. Stop going so fast, Mom's gonna kill you.
All right. Mirage, when you mentioned I was going to try and talk to the birds, but since the birds left...
Yeah, it seems like they were in a hurry.
So I would maybe notice the conversation up front with the two captains, and I'm aware that they're referring to the snails, right?
If you're looking at them, you are seeing that these two large snails are, in fact, like, you can hear some murmurs from them, but you definitely hear the conversation. So the fact that you hear 4 voices and you recognize 2 of them, but all in the same spot, that definitely can throw you off.
Okay, I think Mirage would, probably, like, push through Kuerdo and, try to not hit Nymphadora, because she doesn't trust her yet. So maybe go up, pass through the captains, and lean down to the snails and just be like, "Excuse me?
Sorry. Begging your pardon, ma'am.
Did you just speak common?"
I mean, I don't know what that is, but, if you can hear us, then yeah.
Right, apologies, but it just...
You know, to be honest, I'm surprised you're talking. We've never seen an animal like you talk before.
Well, I guess humans aren't technically... Alright, that's besides the point. Anyways, I don't know if you would know this, but I am just curious. How are you able to talk? Because where, I guess, we are from, animals don't talk. But
what?
Everyone
That's crazy! You're making that up.
I swear on me life and me book that this is true. You are amongst common speaking animals that we are not accustomed to. Do you know why this is happening?
What a weird world! Oh.
And the other one is just like,
I don't mean to be rude, but, we were kind of having a conversation, and you just, like, you and your friends just kind of keep butting in.
Well, I apologize for that, but we're a little lost, and we just...
Are you lost? I was just about to say, you look lost.
We all just apparently got on the beach somewhere, and we don't know why we're here, and...
Oh, yeah, that happens to a lot of people who end up here.
So we're not the first.
Oh, probably not the last either, but, you know, if you can make it into, oh, where are they gonna end up going?
And the other one's like,
well, if they could end up, if they go that way, they could end up towards Memory, but if they go that way, they could go towards Enclave.
Memory or Enclave? Is that what you said?
Yup.
Which do you recommend for some fairly new humans that just came to this strange island?
Humans? Am I saying that right?
Humans.
Humans. Humans. It's so weird. You say that so many times and it doesn't sound like a word after a bunch. It's weird. Not to say you're weird, but you know, it's just, we're not humans.
And you see the both of them just trying the word out for a bunch of times.
I have to say, I embrace weird. So, no offense taken.
But out of nowhere, while she says I embrace weird, Kuerdo just basically like slowly appears behind her, smiling.
Kuerdo would be a weird one.
And Mirage just looks over Kuerdo over her shoulder.
Marlowe
Again.
noted that for later.
Well-
Rolls her eyes and turns back to the snails.
Hi, Marlowe. You got any of that rum left? I think I might need it. Ah,
Man,
Trying
you
to
folks
make
are
a
weird.
conversation.
in there.
Alright,
Well,
let's
if you
start our
wanna
conversation.
meet more people who are like us, you probably would best bet in the Enclave.
Enclave. And which
That's up in
direction
the.
is that?
That's more to the west.
And the memory's east. Would that be right?
No, that's north. Yeah. And it's just
Right.
like, excuse me.
It just takes a second and it's just like,
yup.
Right. Well, I thank you for your help. What may I call you?
Hey, what do we call ourselves? You know, that's a good question. I never quite answered. It's just I know you, and that's about it.
You don't have names.
Yeah, it's not really our thing.
Would you like a name?
Out of nowhere, just Kuerdo goes, please, allow me, my dear friend. Creativity is my specialty. And then he just basically leans into both of them, looks at them. You shall be called Timothy. And you shall be called Larry. You remind me of Larry.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I kind of look at Larry and I go, "That's such a great name." Oh, you nailed it.
Really?
You nailed
Do
it.
I feel like it's a respectable title.
I know, Larry.
Sorry.
And honestly,
I
great
believe
name.
it is.
It's a great one.
Yes,
No,
indeed.
It is.
What is he got
I
the
agree.
respectful one? What am I?
Well, I don't like to talk about it, but Timothy and I had a bit of a fallout in the past. Something about lady. But, you
My
know,
man!
you know,
I
We
put a
just
hand
met,
over
and you gotta
Kuerdo's
give me a
mouth
name
to
of somebody
shut
that
him
you
up.
don't like.
I'm glad someone else has decent sense to do that.
Timothy. Or you can pick a new name if you would like. Don't
Nah,
mind
you know,
hearing
we've
me
settled on it. It's alright.
I say
I
take
think
that name with
Timothy's
pride.
fantastic.
Take that name with pride, and I actually quite find
Aye.
it dashing.
Oh, there you go.
And I glare at Kuerdo, just like, you say one more fucking thing, and the last thing you ever say.
Mirage, do you have one of these yet?
Unfortunately, no.
Aye. Word of advice if you do get one. You make a good club to shut him up.
I think I can handle that with my own. And I kind of shortly hold out my book, and then I also show my big rings on my hands.
I slowly reach for the knife and I go, "How about we stop trying to see whose is bigger, all right?"
I don't have a knife. I was showing my book and my fists.
Kuerdo,
I just
Kuerdo
look at you
just-
confused with the book, not understanding why you would use it.
make an
looks
insight
over
check,
to-
actually, Nymphadora, while Kuerdo, you tell me what you're doing.
Kuerdo basically just, after seeing the reaction from Mirage, he just turned over to the captains and he goes, chill it.
I kind of look toward Kuerdo and I go,
Do I hear this?
I don't even say nothing. I go,
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
But still.
Nymphadora, with a 19, you can definitely pick up a vibe. It's a familiar vibe, but it's surprising. You were like, I feel like I should have picked up on that, but I guess I just wasn't paying attention.
All right. Well, Larry, Timothy, thank you for your help, and we will allow you to go wherever you need to be.
Well, that's fine. Just remember, if you go west and you'll get to Memory, and then go north and you'll get to the Enclave.
Alrighty.
Or was
And
it
then I look.
north is the Memory and is the?
I was about to say which
Oh.
one was which.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Apparently so. All right.
Aye.
So then I guess I turn to the captains and say, "It's up to you, north or west."
I pull out my compass.
About time you pulled that out, Marlowe.
Your compass does. Your compass does
I'm
point
sticking out of
north,
that
like it's functioning.
All right. Well, I guess it does kind of work on the side. All right. Well, Amelia,
North or west?
I feel like north may be a better option.
North, yeah.
All right.
Me
Well then,
bones tell me north.
I think we should go north then. All right.
All right,
So I'll lead the party north.
leading them north. In the next hour of this trip, I'd like you to roll another d20.
Yep. Ooh. Any modifiers to that, or just a D20?
No. Don't worry. It's just to determine something.
Okay, cool. Ah, cool. Well, maybe cool.
Maybe. You don't know what might happen.
Aye.
That was a 9. Okay.
Already finished my drink.
So,
Bye.
continuing on, you start in the distance to hear some louder thumping noises, somewhat like footsteps.
Don't like that.
Seems to be getting closer.
Do we all hear it?
Make a perception.
Do I know I hear it.
You do for sure.
Lord Claire.
10 plus 2 is 12, so I'm technically still at the back. Of,
15.
I went back with my line. I went back to the rear, so it makes sense that I would have.
Oh damn! 24, and not 20.
I'm
on
behind. I'm
perception.
behind Amelia.
Oh my gosh.
Nymphadora, you immediately pick up the sounds of 2 foot, no, 4 feet, 4 stomping, 2 distinct patterns. They're in an area ahead of you. And as you look into the bit of the clearing, you can see that there's more light coming through canopy, shining onto this one particular area. And as you take a little bit of a scope, you can see that there are these broken down walls of stone, some sort of ancient building to say the least, but it's too hard to tell. You do hear these chittering and clicking noises coming from just beyond that pass.
Interesting. Does anyone else hear this at the same time as me?
I got a 12 altogether, so I'm in the back of the group.
Nymphadora, you would hear all the detail that I just gave and observed, and you're welcome to pass that along.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled an 18.
Nice.
I lean into Captain Amelia and say, do you hear all that clicking sound, very loud footprints ahead at all, or is that just me?
With a 15, would I at least? Yeah.
You can you definitely heard the stomps. And you can see some rustling ahead from the clearing that the uncanopied light is going through.
I Nymphadora. You see what's ahead? Well, I hear it. I don't see it.
Do you think we should go ahead all together, or should one of us sneak off towards it and see what's happening?
I'll tell you what. I'll sneak ahead. I'll scope it out.
You best stop Marlowe because he'll walk straight through there.
I'm just going.
Marlowe.
I kind of look around like, what you guys doing back there?
Right. you hear the noises ahead. I say, you lay low. I'll sneak off ahead. And I'll check it out. Yes, Kuerdo.
So is there a way that Kuerdo tries to hear if there's like rhythm to the pattern?
Well, now that you've kind of all stopped and she's made you aware of this, you can give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Probably not that much.
It's a dump stat.
These, if everyone would just like chill out for a second, you'd be able to focus and get like the beat, even if it's on a 1 and a 2, or you know, it's just there's so much ambient noise going on. It's hard to focus.
Kuerdo just remains just sort of hearing the sounds, but in a very like.
I just look at Kuerdo's face and I'm just like, what the
Right.
bloody hell are you doing?
Right, I'm gonna sneak ahead,
I'm not sure.
and I'll signal you if it's safe.
What signal are we going for, Captain?
May I suggest a D minor?
I don't know music. That's why you're the bard, and I'm the captain. Don't play it.
Did we just see Kuerdo whip at a guitar out of nowhere?
Wait, Kuerdo. Wait.
It seems so.
Ross?
I like.
What I'll do,
I'm like.
I'll just give you a quick signal of go if it's safe.
And if it's not,
If it's not, I'll be sneaking my way back
fair enough.
so we can make a plan.
Go for it then, Amelia.
I'm curious. I want to go see.
Marlowe? Marlowe.
Okay.
You're a bit bigger than me. You're a bit.
No, I mean you're right.
They'll hear whatever it is. They'll hear your
Fine.
monologue.
I'm surprised
just
I've not
stay
heard you
here.
already, Marlowe.
It's fine. I wasn't like I was hiding
I-
it.
Yeah,
I'm
I have a
going-
question.
Yes.
I'm going to sleep.
Okay, so one of my cantrips is message.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in message, I can speak in a whisper to them, and then they can reply back, right?
Yes.
So,
As long as you let them know, you can reply.
Yes, exactly. So, could there be a way that, so that if Amelia is like, because I think the range is 120 feet, but do I have to see them, or I just have to?
Yeah, I believe. I think for the sake of.
Trying to look toward a creature within range. It doesn't say if I have to see them.
Yeah,
or
I think
not.
you just have to be aware of them.
Okay. You can tell me if this is not right or not, but I would like to be able to cast a message to Amelia so then she can message me back when she's close enough
Sure.
to let us know what's going on without getting too far. But I mean, I guess I would have to cast some kind of message, or at least go up to her and tell her that I'm going to do this. I'm just how do I do that? So I guess I will go up to Amelia and say, go up ahead, and in about 5 minutes, don't be startled if you hear my voice.
Right. That's fine. Right.
And just knowing nod, and just let her walk off.
Kuerdo.
Yes, Kuerdo.
Kuerdo for the first time seems to have a moment where his face seems to become a little more serious as he approaches Captain Amelia and goes, "My captain, as always, where you go, I go."
Aye.
And then he just quickly turns to Mirage and goes, "And if you want to message me as well."
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much, Corina. Oh wait, no, have you told me your name yet? No, you have at this point. I've
Yes,
heard your
you've all become familiar with each other's names.
Even my name as well, or?
Yes, you introduced yourself prior to.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, that is true. So now, Amelia, you know my name.
Would I know her name yet?
In passing, you've heard, at least throughout this time during your. I'm going to say there have been informal introductions amongst the entire party throughout this couple of hours that you've been walking.
Makes sense. All right, continue with what you were doing. It's just.
So,
me know.
who is approaching quietly?
Me.
If you wouldn't mind rolling stealth for those who are doing their little tippy toe.
Come on, don't fuck me.
Oh no!
Could I give her advantage? Is there a way
How?
for me to give advantage? Ow.
I rolled a 4, but I have a +9 on stealth.
I've got a +9 on stealth as well.
Oh, right. Okay,
I
so
have
then you...
expertise in stealth.
So, your rolls aren't exactly that low, then.
Okay, never mind then.
It's a 30.
Yeah,
13, okay, got it.
it's enough. Despite the cracking of branches underneath your feet, the ambient noise of the jungle does surround you, and you're kind of able to blend in. You get to a point where there is, just before the clearing, there are a few high rocks, the leftovers of some sort of temple, it seems, and you're able to get yourself in a position. What you see ahead of you are two very large, like 6.5 feet tall crawfish is like the best way to describe them. They're just very large pinchers, large, long antenna coming out from their mouth. They certainly look like the most dangerous shrimp you have ever seen. And they seem to be patrolling this area, just kind of casually going back and forth from position one as they look around. And they don't see you.
Has 5 minutes passed by this point, or no?
Yeah, I'd say just about.
Alright, then at that point I will cast message to Amelia, and I say, right, what are we working with?
First things first, tell Marlowe, seafood's on the menu.
Marlowe?
Sorry, I didn't react.
Well, see, I'm the only one that can hear that, so I have to tell you that.
Yeah, no, I didn't react.
We've got giant shellfish patrolling.
And I relay this to the group, as well as Marlowe saying, apparently Captain Amelia said seafood's on the menu. I don't know what that means, but
I kind of go up and I go, is that what I think? I'm thinking to myself, is that what I think she means?
And I relay the rest of the information of what she said about the patrolling crawfish.
I kind of like, I'm also like partly like, who the fuck talking to me? Like, kind of like looking around, like I ask back, am I hearing things? I'm suddenly hearing things talk in my head. I'm hearing animals talk in my head. I heard that Captain Amelia told me I can go attack things.
I relayed that to you, so you heard it from my mouth.
Captain Amelia.
I quickly messaged to Amelia saying, yeah. You keep thinking it's telepathic. I quickly messaged to Amelia and be like, are you sure you could trust Marlowe? He doesn't seem right in the head. Only you can hear that.
He's not. But he's got his uses. He's a good captain and a good fighter.
I stand up and I look at Amelia and I go, and I just kind of point. I kind of hold up like my sword and I go.
At which point I'm going to go.
Captain Amelia.
Yes.
As you start to absent-mindedly motion, what you don't realize is that a bit of a shadow has now come over your spot that you've been hiding in. And as you look up, you see a very closer version of the creature you've observing. And as it looks down at you, it simply says, "Hello there. You're trespassing, and now I have to kill you." And that's where we're going to stop.
And that wasn't even the best part. Just when this amalgamated crew thought it couldn't get any stranger. Well, perhaps I'd best save that part for a later date. I be expecting you to return. Until then, may the wind be forever at your sails. Way blow the man down. Give me some time to blow the man down.